And so we thought it would be fun to have our two friends, our brother podcast, you might want to say, from the Dollop, Dave Anthony and Gary Reynolds.
Yay! Get over there, you get over there.
Hi. Do you care where you're going to go? Me here? Yeah.
Why don't you surround us?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you
nice.
get that, and you get that.
Really take the stage.
Okay. Thank you.
We heard you guys have hometown murders.
I don't have a hometown murder. So what? Last time I was on, I did my hometown murder.
Yeah.
So there's a murderer that everybody who listens to the Dollop has always been like, you have to do this one, and I'm like, we don't do murders.
In a couple ways.
What do you mean?
We don't murder people and we don't cover them.
Oh,
Nice.
we've actually started murdering people.
Oh, that's news.
Well, I'll bring you in on it.
Thank you.
You guys
You'll
need to
get
have
there.
a team meeting.
We should have a meeting.
It's been too long, turns out. We're not communicating well.
I've been killing our fans.
Okay, well, we should catch up more often, I think.
You know how you keep losing one fan a week?
Yeah.
Here's the murder. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys. So my uncle.
Oh, wait, Dave, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Hi, I'm
I
Dave.
just remembered something. That you guys did, that we did the Tylenol murders.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then we did the Bhagwan Shwi Rajneesh, which I didn't know that you
You
guys
did that
had
one
just.
too?
Yes, they did it.
Yeah.
We did it at the same time.
Don't fucking ride our coattails, man. No.
Whoa.
I feel we put out the Tylenol like within hours of each other, right?
Yes.
So, but you guys did it from the murder perspective, and we did it from the
fun perspective.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
The commercial tie-in. It was
The
a branded
hilarious-
episode for
Oh,
us.
you guys got sponsored? That's
a lot
cool.
of free Tylenol out of that one,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, they're big players, too.
Lucky.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of swag.
they're a very popular company.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
what kind of swag does Tylenol put
Oh,
out?
my God, the list goes on and on. They give you free Tylenol. You know, it just never ends.
The gel.
It never ends.
The gel caps.
Oh, yeah, gel caps and the other ones, the white
hard-
ones, the
the
chalky
hard
ones.
The dry ones?
The dry ones.
The dry
Thank you,
ones,
Karen,
yeah.
the dry ones.
You're welcome.
Shirts.
Yeah,
Tylenol, it says.
yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah, with 4 Y's and a question mark, just how they like it. Just like the expression. Tylenol. That was what they said in the 40s.
But we did a different perspective that the fucking guy kept admitting to it and he didn't do it. Like the guy who they thought did it.
Yeah.
Crazy guy, yeah.
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 It's some guy out there who's still out there. That guy's still out there. He's
No,
like,
it's fucking,
He's like staring at Excedrin.
It's the Unabomber, dude.
Like he's ready to go. That
It's the
guy.
fucking
You think
Unabomber.
it's a Unabomber?
100%. Yes.
It could totally be the Unabomber.
It's fucking the Unabomber, I promise you. Koresh, right?
Nope. Not Koresh.
It's the Unabomber.
Koresh is dead.
100% the Unabomber. Correct?
Correct.
That is why I love you.
The fucking
The Unabomber, Ted Bundy.
None of you are here for fucking facts. Don't fucking come at me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm embarrassed.
So
Sorry, I interrupted you anyway.
Koresh didn't make it. He burned up in a house with some people.
Yes, he's an angel. I believe in him.
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski, same thing.
And
Yeah.
don't people also think of it? He is the San Francisco Zodiac.
Zodiac?
Do they
That's
think that?
stupid.
That doesn't
That's
make
stupid,
sense.
right? It's Ted Cruz.
We're going to solve it all tonight.
Yeah, it's really, we're knocking a lot down.
Sorry, Dave, tell yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen knows what mine is. I should have brought it up. Should have had it on my iPad. Ken McElroy. Nope, that's not right. No, it is. It's McElroy. I didn't even notice that when I was writing it. McElroy. McElroy, right?
We're all on drugs.
His fucking name is killing it.
Should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
He's born in 1934. He was the 15th of 16 children.
What? Is he a rabbit?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Listen.
It was just like how caviar's birthed. Run! Be free, children! All of you, now!
Oh my God, that is just like the baby comes out and he's like, let's do it again. Yeah.
Do you even like know your parents if you're the 15th
No,
and 16th?
No,
You're just like,
no, your
it.
eldest brother's like, I'm called Dad, so...
That's a broken pussy if I've ever fucked
Yeah.
It's from a show. It's from a show. It's not me being gross.
Total BP. I hear
BP.
you. They lived in a 4-bedroom house. So let's do some math.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's not great.
32 people to a room.
That's exactly right, Karen. Your math is exactly right.
He never learned to read well. He never really had a great job. He quit school in the 5th grade.
I wonder why he never got a good job.
I don't know.
Are there any facts about that?
I don't know. They lived outside of Skidmore, Missouri, a town of about 450 people. Has 2 paved streets.
They were all of them. It's our town.
2 paved streets, no traffic lights, 1 small mom and pop store, a gas station cafe. That's it. It's the whole deal. So he started stealing animals.
Sure.
He started stealing animals.
No.
Sure.
Before he was 18 years old. He bought an old sedan and he took the back seat out and he put plywood down.
Oh.
And then he'd drive around at night and steal pigs.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
Okay. Well, he had a plan.
it's Missouri. You know, it's classic Missouri.
For some reason, it's like
Plywood.
when you picture like dogs or cats, it's like, oh God. And it's like, he stole pigs. And it's like, this is funny. I like this story.
Well, he would sell them. He would steal them and sell them to someone who wanted to buy pigs.
That's better than killing pigs. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, he
all
wasn't
agree
taking them
on
out
that.
and killing them. He was like,
I
"You
feel
want
like
to
they
buy them?"
eventually kill him though.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are eating these pigs.
Yeah.
At the end,
all right.
at the end, the story's not great
Wait,
for the
they
pigs.
don't just want to feed them peppermints and put that on YouTube? Have you
I'm
seen
not
that?
sure you've ever been to a farm. But that's a great farm if they ever have with that
Yeah.
one.
How are my pigs doing? They're all very sick from the peppermint, actually. Across the board.
They're sad. Their eyes
sad.
are burning.
I'll be honest, they're not. 2 are dead. They're not doing well. They should not have ingested all that. What are you feeding them? Peppermint.
That's why my bacon sucks.
Oh, this makes
Or is great. So he married for the first time at the age of 18. She was 16. They moved briefly to Denver, but he couldn't keep a job there, so he and his wife moved back. He started hanging out with, quote, coon hunting buddies. Raccoons.
Yeah.
You guys earlier was talking about raccoons.
Yeah.
You were making this sound cute. They are horrible monsters
Oh, that's not fair.
What?
that
That's not
come into
fair.
my backyard and
That's
do
not
this.
fair. That's not fair.
So I don't know what
They
raccoon
tell
you're...
stories about you. Oh, this asshole. He's like, yeah. You know, they do that about you.
Actually, can I tell a true story?
Yeah.
Tell
One
it.
time I heard a noise at my back door in the middle of the night. I was scared shitless, but I had to go see. This was before I got a dog. And I had to go see by myself. And so it was like a weird tapping sound. And so I go over and I turn on the porch light at the back. And there was a raccoon that was trying to get through the like built-in cat door.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
Yes.
like with his
Yes.
little raccoon
Nope.
hands.
Yes.
And when I flicked on the light, he kind of like sat up and looked at me, and then we were just staring at each
Best
other.
friend.
Yeah, that's what they
So
do.
I kicked the door, right? Like
Yeah.
that.
It's your best friend.
He's leaned over like this, you know, kind of trying to tap on the thing, and then I kicked the door thinking he's going to run away, and instead he goes. And just kind of like stood up and paused at
Did he
me.
do this?
And that's her dog, Frank, now.
He fucking
Okay, so I'm in
was
my
not
back.
worth the act out at all.
I'm in
sorry.
my backyard. I'm gonna do an act out. I'm in my backyard.
Do it, do it.
And I hear all this noise, and I'm like, well, there's raccoons getting in the dog or cat's food, one or the other. And so I go out there and I grab a bat because I know raccoons are terrifying. I'm
here
not
we
like
go.
her where I'm like, hi raccoon. I have a bat.
To be fair,
And I come out and there's a raccoon and it comes out and it's like this in front of me and I'm like, what are you doing? I tap the bat on the ground and it's like, what?
His stance got wider.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
he had a bat too.
And I'm like, you're supposed to be scared. And he's like, I'm not scared.
You're doing his voice where he spoke.
And so I'm doing that. I'm like, get out of here, you fucker. And then he's standing there and he's making himself big, and then his 4 buddies go trucking by.
Oh shit!
Like he was like the distraction guy.
They were
so his
flanking
pals could run off.
Okay.
Terrifying.
He's like when there's the midnight bicycle riders and one of them stops in the middle of the fucking intersection and they're like, fuck you, and then like a bunch of them ride by.
Get by.
Go, go, go!
All of you. You fucking dick skier motherfuckers.
Midnight ride. Okay, so
Raccoons, am I
feel like
right?
we got
This derailed quickly.
So he goes out hunting with his buddies and they shoot raccoons.
Aw.
And I assume they eat them. What else would you do with them?
Make a hat.
Delightful raccoon.
Like a hat.
But mostly what he did at night was steal cattle, horses, and hogs. He now had a horse trailer that he used to move stolen animals. And in this part of Missouri, they didn't really brand animals, so it was super easy for him to steal. He was also very skilled at harassing witnesses.
Oh.
He had an attorney who he would retain for $5,000 per felony, who would keep him out of jail. And this was not a problem because he had a lot of money. He was always living large. He had a big roll of cash in his truck,
what?
driving a new
Pigs? Was it pig money?
He's stealing pigs and cattle and horses and selling them to other people.
So he had that fuck you pig money.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
fuck
pig
you.
money. Yeah.
Like the 450 people in his fucking town
Yeah.
were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Nobody was like,
How?
wait a minute.
Yeah.
And also someone was like, I'm going to marry him. Like, what
I know.
is wrong with
He's
him?
got it all. A van with pigs. Swoon.
One time, a farmer caught him stealing two horses.
Tortoises.
Two tortoises. What you do with my tortoises, boy?
They ran into my car.
I haven't milked them yet.
Ran.
So
Well, we can move.
So the farmer reported it to the cops and said this guy stole my horses and filed charges. And McElroy visited the farmer the next day with a rifle and hit him in the face with the butt of the gun.
Ouch.
And then the farmer dropped the charges. He was like, "That's fair. I didn't."
I see your point.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I'm on your side now.
Fair enough.
When McElroy was 20, he had a child with a woman who was not his wife. At the same time, he was dating a 15-year-old girl.
Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like this guy gets so many fucking chicks. And
Yeah. He's a very hot prospect in town. Well, he's got the pig car.
Yeah,
and
he
whatever.
smells like pig. I mean, come on.
pheromones.
This girl was named Sharon, and they had a complicated and messy relationship. And one day they were arguing, and he shot her in the neck with a shotgun. Because, oh my God, I don't know if you've ever dated a 15-year-old.
What's that?
They sass you.
It's
They'll
hard.
sass.
It's
We're
hard.
not okaying domestic violence. This is not okay. Don't fucking marry pig stealers. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? No, it's not. I'm not saying it.
No, it's a super
fault.
big warning sign if someone's a pig stealer.
Red
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go on.
She did not die, but she did have scars, because that'll happen.
She was okay?
Yeah, she lived after getting shot in
Well,
the
she
neck
was
with a
hella
shotgun.
mad.
Yeah, I mean, she had a fear of guns after it. Some irrational fear.
And she felt like dating someone else after that.
After that. Nope, she forgave him,
Good.
and he divorced his first wife and married her.
Listen, if a girl can take a fucking bullet, she can take me. You know what I mean?
They had 2 kids.
For
Then around yeah, no,
Quite a turnaround.
you know what? Love is fucking awesome.
Stupid.
Crazy.
Then around 1961, McElroy started dating a 13-year-old girl
What's
named
going
Sal.
on?
What? He's just
You've like slowly inched it back creepier and creepier. It started and it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
And then now we're...
He might just be walking down the hallway at a junior high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just lazy.
You.
Hey, you.
They'll meet you out by the jungle gym. So he's 27 at this point.
Yeah, 27-year-olds are fucking disgusting. We all know that.
Also, at this point, he's living with his parents.
Oh my, this guy.
Dream date.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You live with your parents, smell like pigs, and shoot girls? You're still available? Oh, you're not. I'm still in.
Yeah, so they have a farmhouse. So he moved Sally in with his parents and his wife Sharon. So it's his girlfriend and his wife and his parents and their kids.
What?
He liked sex.
He was the 15th of 16.
So Sally,
Very common for that birth order.
Oh, you know how the 15th is.
I'm the 15th. I do this crazy shit.
I'm acting out.
So Sally had 3 kids, and Sharon had 2 more.
Oh, honey.
McElroy then met and started seeing another underage girl named Alice
No.
in
Was she
1964.
Yeah, seriously.
She was 12.
No.
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
I wish the story would end that all the ladies fucking murdered him and moved to New York City and then like became,
This is okay. That's what I was going to say. This is the story of the Rockettes.
But it doesn't.
That's how the Rockettes began.
And then he met a young woman named Marcia.
It was nice.
She was now living there. And then, so it's Marcia and Alice are living in his parents' house with the 6 kids. And then he met 12-year-old...
A lot of Brady Bunch commonalities right there.
Then he met 12-year-old Trina.
Jan.
Who was an 8th grader, and he seduced her.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He gave her candy and, then molested. That's not seduction, dude.
Wow.
That's a very good point. That's not seduction.
It's not seduction?
No.
No.
It's not like that he fucking put these sexy moves. He was just like,
I am a man, you're a girl. That's what seduction is.
Yeah.
This is my pig.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pig? And then you're in your sedan on the wood floor. He's 37, by the way.
Ew.
At this point.
But he looks great.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. His abs are crazy. So to have Trina moved in, he kicks out Marcia. He's like, "You're old. You're like 13." So then Trina moves in, drops out of school in the 9th grade, and is pregnant by the time she's 14. But as awesome as this sounds, things weren't going that well because just 16 days after the birth, Alice took off to her parents' house. The escape lasted just hours because McElroy came to the home with a gun and forced the girls to come back with him. Alice, her other friend, who's there now? Whatever. The other one also went with her.
Maureen? Was it
Let's
Maureen?
call her Maureen.
It was Maureen.
Goes back also.
Brought in for sweeps, Maureen.
So then he brings them back and he beats them both.
Oh, good.
And made them...
You mean seduces?
Yes. And made them have sex with him, and then, which I believe is called rape.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
And then when he was done, he brought Trina back to her parents' house and shot the family dog.
No,
Right.
you can't do that here.
Yeah. And then poured gas all around the house and burned it down.
Jesus.
So he is en fuego. Like, he's just fucking, as far as being horrible, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Oh, man. God, like, just fucking chill out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's so...
Just chill
It's
out.
not a solution, Georgia.
No, it is.
It won't work.
I'm not sure. If someone had walked in and gone, dude, chill. We don't know what would have happened.
We don't. We don't.
A couple of days later, Trina went to a doctor because, she had been beaten. And he was like, "You look like you've been beaten." And
You're very good.
Is this doctor from the city?
Yeah.
He really knows his stuff.
Boy, your degrees are real, huh? You hit the nail on the head, Doc.
he slowly got the story of the beating out of her and the dog shooting and the arson. And the doctor...
He must have just been like, at the end, like, all right, every detail. Get them all out now.
And 6 hours later, really? So the doctor contacts the social welfare agency who put Trina and her baby into foster care because she was a child. And then the case was taken to the district attorney. And on the basis of Trina's testimony, McElroy was indicted for arson, assault, and rape. But it was not looking good. He was represented by defense attorney Richard Gene McFadden, who said McElroy was his favorite client because he always paid cash and he always came back.
Wow.
Get your shit another. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, just
That's
walking
the
there.
worst.
Yeah.
Hey, you're back. Who'd you kill?
All right.
What'd you shoot, a pig or a person? What'd you do?
Person doghouse. All right. Woo!
Trifecta.
All right.
I'm gonna buy a houseboat.
Yeah, time for me to live on a boat.
But even with his $5,000 per felony charge, the attorney told him it would be difficult for him to be acquitted. But McElroy would not give up. He found the foster home where Trina was living and began making threatening phone calls. He would sit out in front of the foster home for hours and hours, sometimes shooting a gun into the air.
What?
He then called the foster
This guy's a
family.
fucking nerd.
It's a cartoon. Like, he sounds like a cartoon.
What about this isn't working?
Did I not tell you this was Yosemite Sam?
Oh, Yosemite Sam origin story.
Then he called the foster family and said he would trade, quote, girl for girl to get his child back. By this he meant he knew where the foster family's biological daughter went to school and what bus she rode. So that didn't go well, and the district attorney then hit him with 8 more felony child molestation charges as a result of his sexual activity with Trina. The attorney kept using delay tactics, and after a while, Trina decided to go back to McElroy.
I can't go through this again with you, Dave.
He then arranged to divorce his second wife, Sharon, from whom he'd been separated for years, and marry Trina. To get Trina's parents to agree, he threatened to kill the mother, and the mother was like, okay, you can marry my daughter.
We like him.
It's sweet. It's
Yeah.
romantic.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God.
So this solved all his legal problems because being his wife, Trina could not be compelled to testify against him.
Oh, yeah.
She also signed a statement saying she had lied about everything, and McElroy beat the charges.
And her.
His wife.
And
yeah.
her. In 1976, he shot a neighbor farmer in the face and stomach.
What?
The gun was loaded with birdshot. The lawyer also delayed it as long as possible while McElroy intimidated the farmer, driving by his house, shining a spotlight into his windows at night, destroying his tractors, and shooting guns into the air. The farmer said McElroy parked outside his home at least 100 times and would just sit there. At the trial, 2 of his raccoon hunting buddies said they were with him the day of the shooting, and McElroy got off again. The pattern of committing crimes, then intimidating witnesses went on for 4 years. Then, in 1980, 2 of his daughters went into a town store. So he's got 2 daughters. So one's like a teenager and the other's 5.
And he marries one of them. Both of them.
It just can't get worse.
So the older girl buys something, and then as they walk out, the 5-year-old girl grabs a couple little pieces of candy.
Sure.
I did that. Yeah.
And
I did.
And the clerk was like, hey, put that shit back. And then the girl was like, and threw it back and was mad, which is cool for a 5-year-old. And then a couple hours later, McElroy and Trina showed up, and McElroy was just kicking it with a knife. And Trina and the owner argued about how he had treated the daughter. And then the couple said, well, you're banned from our store. You can never come back. So McElroy started harassing the owners, and then after a couple months, he pulled up in the back of the store and shot the husband owner in the neck with a shotgun.
Really?
And he lived.
Everybody in this neck is he shooting?
This whole city is filled with people with the most powerful necks.
Yeah. Titanium necks.
Yes. What is it? The water or like?
That they.
Their necks are bulletproof.
It's so strange, but
Like, cool.
Now, McElroy was arrested again, and then he started harassing the store owners.
And he calmed the fuck down,
He
man.
needs to stop harassing and shooting in the neck.
Yeah.
And the air.
Enough.
And marrying children. There's a lot of things for him to knock off.
Dude's got a thing. Like, it's his thing.
we hate his thing.
Well,
We're being very clear.
I mean, take it up with Pepsi, because they were sponsoring him.
For doing all this?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had like 4 sponsors.
Was this like what's the extreme sports thing when you can skateboard?
He's like X Games.
X Games.
Hey,
This is like
He did it all on a little bike.
OG X Games.
So he starts harassing the store owners, and then when he heard that the town minister had gone to visit the store owner in the hospital because of his neck wound, he turned his wrath on the minister and told the minister he was going to castrate him and cut his son to pieces in front of him.
Chill.
So the minister started carrying a gun. This is a good town.
Get it.
I like that just because the minister went and visited him, he's like, well, I'm going to cut your kid up if you're...
Oh. He's like, it's my job.
I go and I see people that are hurt. I
God
don't care.
makes me.
I'm cutting your balls off.
I'm not laughing at that.
So his lawyer's whole thing was delay tactics. So he started the delay tactics again. He keeps delaying the trial. Meanwhile, McElroy would sit in the local bar and talk loudly about how he was going to kill the store owner. But it didn't
The bar
work.
was empty and it was like 3 people and he was talking loudly in it. Like,
I can hear you. I'm gonna kill him.
fuck up, dude.
Sick of that guy, right? Someone should shoot him in the neck.
Okay, I will.
So it didn't work. There was a trial, and McElroy was convicted of second-degree assault and sentenced to 2 years in prison.
But
it being Missouri, he was allowed to stay free while he appealed.
okay.
It's nice.
4 days later, he was back in the local bar. Hey, how'd your conviction go? Oh, it was all right.
Guilty.
Guilty, totally fucking guilty.
Yeah.
Here I am drinking a beer. And then Trina came in and handed him a large gun. He said he was going to kill the store owner, but having a gun was a violation of his parole, so he was charged. On the day of his hearing for his parole violation, the entire town decided they had had enough.
Yeah, I like the sound of this.
After 20 years of him fucking all their daughters. All right, that's it.
This
Very
is
familiar.
The thing.
You know what? When you broke your probation, bro.
Did the whole town show up in little pink hats and fucking march?
Yeah.
Was it one of those kind of things?
Yeah.
Echoes.
Yeah.
But when they got to the courthouse, they found out the lawyer had gotten it postponed for 10 days. Now they were pissed. And they finally decided they needed to do something. And they all went to the American Legion. I love that in this little town, they do have an American Legion.
You have to.
Great bar there, I bet.
That and the Sam's Club.
So they have a town meeting, and they call the sheriff and ask the sheriff to come by. The sheriff comes by, and they tell him what's going on, and the sheriff told them that they should just start a neighborhood watch group.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So he's not very helpful.
Meet Agent McGruff. He's going to help you with this case. Find him very useful.
So there's a guy who's been fucking your daughters and shooting you in the neck. You need like a watch group.
Have you guys made any kind of a phone tree or anything? Called each other
You guys
regularly?
pamphleting? What's your deal?
He told them not to confront McElroy, and then the sheriff just left.
Goodbye. They all had titanium necks.
Yes, at this point they all have
Confront that motherfucker.
metal neck guards. Right then, Trina and McElroy show up and went to the bar for a drink. When the townspeople heard this, they all decided to go have a beer.
Oh, fuck.
Trina was said to be very intimidated by all of the townspeople standing around. While McElroy coolly finished his beer, went up and bought a 6-pack, and then went outside. Outside, there were 3 or 4 guys, and they got their rifles out of their trucks.
Yeah.
And then the entire crowd came out of the bar and followed him to his truck. And it was said there were at the very least 35 people, but probably more like 60, all standing there. And Trina and McElroy then got inside the truck,
Oh, fuck.
and he coolly lit a cigarette.
Oh, fuck.
And then Trina looked across the street and saw a man aiming a rifle, and she yelled, "They've got a gun." And then they shot at him from more than one direction. McElroy was hit once in the head and once in the neck. And the shot...
The head wound. It was the head wound.
You gotta shoot in the neck in this town.
Yeah.
You got to.
Legally.
Welcome to Neckville, motherfucker. Many other shots at the truck. All the shots came from different guns. And McElroy died instantly.
From the gunshots. Right.
No.
Yeah.
It's from sadness.
Oh, depression got him.
About...
Suicide.
Suicide. It looks like he did it to himself. About
Carbon monoxide got in.
About 45 minutes later, they called an ambulance.
Wow.
I'm sorry about it.
That's sarcastic, actually.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no one saw the shooter.
Oh, well,
No one in
a
the
lot
crowd.
was going
Except
on.
Trina, who identified him. She was in the truck, and she saw him. But the DA declined to press charges because everyone was like, I
Because
didn't.
he was there, too.
Yeah. He was the guy hitting him with the iron pan on the head. The FBI came in to investigate, but they also could not press any charges because everyone in the town was like, I don't know. He left behind 10 children, 10 wonderful children, and a few wives. After his death, cattle and hog wrestling in the county dropped significantly. In 1984, Trina filed a $6 million lawsuit against the town and the sheriff and the mayor and the guy who had shot him across the street. The case was settled out of court for $17,000.
Oh.
It's
That's
good
what we're
lawyering.
making tonight.
So she bought a Yaris?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Owns though, fully owns. Fully owns a Yaris.
Outright.
So
man.
that's my favorite murder.
That's pretty good. But God.
Yeah. He was a fucking monster, and they killed him. That was 1981, and they killed him, and everyone was like,
I love it.
yeah, what are you going to do?
We'll get there again.
We're on our way.